Hey, YouTube. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Hey, callers. What you up to? I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then I'll start. So, anywho, I'm still taking a class at Generation, and I am so behind. But I'm gonna just go ahead and review some things over the weekend because there's certain things I just don't understand. But if you know how to look it up, that's really what's important because you can't memorize everything. So it takes practice. So it's probably just a matter of concentrating because sometimes I'll be doing it. I find myself laying down and but I'll catch up. I'm not that behind. Some people they didn't even finish basic things that we've done almost 2 weeks ago. They still doing that. But you know what they say, must go on. But I don't know, for some reason I just feel like they act like we finish next week the way they going through all this. But I'll go back and replay it and just really concentrate. But did you see my video earlier today? It was not that long. I was talking about that TurboTax was hiring, and anybody who's interested in working with TurboTax, they let me know. Send me an email. But I do get a little something from it. Actually, I get spotlight rewards. So anyone's interested, let me know. And the scheduling is very flexible because you make your own schedule. So they give you the equipment and everything. So you just make your own schedule. For some reason, I think they need so many people because they've been advertising very heavily in the last couple of months. So, oh, y'all came on quick. All right, so let me start. So, as you see from the title, I used to work with a witch. Not bitch, but witch. I worked with plenty of bitches in my lifetime, trust me. But this is a story when I worked with a witch. Now, this was, let me see, what job was this? I was working, when was this at? I can't remember what company it was, but, um, and then I'm explaining the whole concept in regards to witch. Most people take it as a very negative connotation and they think of witches like the black cat, the hat, putting spells on people and all that kind of stuff. But in actuality, that's not what that is. And so anyway, so I know I was working in a call center, and the one woman that I don't know how we came across this. about how she came to say that she was a witch, but she was a white woman, right? And her daughter worked there too. So um, basically, people take things and they turn it to be so negative, and you lose the whole entire concept of what it is. But in actuality, um, that's not what that is. Now, what the term is called Wicca, and Wicca basically they believe in God, but not in the sense that most people um, think of it as God and worship in the Bible. So Wicca is more natural. They honor things around them, meaning they honor the natural, you know, nature, and they call themselves Wicca. And they, not to say they worship trees and stuff, but they honor the universe in the sense of natural surroundings. And hey, Lady TH. So the negative connotation like witches and evil and all that kind of stuff. Hey, what's going on, Vicky? Y'all just popping in. All right, y'all, give me a thumbs up as you're into the room. So so I was sitting next to her, and she was saying she was a witch. I was like kind of like taken aback. And then when she started explaining to me about witches and everything, um, that they honor terms of the earth, you know. And that's what I remember. That's how she explained. That's how she was explaining it to me. They don't, all these things you see about associated with witches and witchcraft, the black cat, and putting spells on people and all that stuff. Those are like really folk tales. That's not really um, the true story of about witches. Now there is. I know I saw a documentary in on TV one time that talks about it, and then on YouTube you could probably find if you type in witches and history of Halloween and things like that, you probably find it on YouTube that talks about um, the mystery of witches and things of that nature. But it's not really a negative thing. Even Halloween, Halloween, somebody they gonna write me some, a couple weeks ago when I talked about Halloween, when I was talking about the school canceling Halloween because it left out people of color and kids, and about affordability with the costumes and things like that, and how some people, they don't really associate Halloween. Um, they try to make it more inclusive, so a lot of places call it the fall festival. You know, even the church up the street, they having a fall festival, so people could come this week, couple of days, the 31st, and they'll celebrate the fall festival. So um, and they some of the places call it truck or treat. They hand out candy and then things like that. But basically, that's what when I'm working with this person, she said she was a witch, and her daughter worked there too, like a white woman. And when they went to explain it and talked about it, it's not really something mystical and evil, you know. So that was pretty interesting because I never really heard that before. You know, I never heard that. So it's more like Native Americans. Like the Native Americans, they had worship in terms of the sun and the moon. That was this. They celebrated what was earthly. You know, So it's somewhere on the lines of it's somewhat on the lines like that when you think about it. And a lot of times is worship, they believe in God too. People call God differently, So, and then I was watching this thing on Amazon that was talking about um, the faith. It was what was the name of that film documentary made by a black man? It was several years ago. It couldn't have been recent, but he was that was if you have Amazon, and let me see if I could find it. Hold on a second. Let me find that title. All right, I'm back. It's called Contradiction. Oh shoot, forgot the damn title that quick. Let me go back. The question of faith. It's called Contradiction, a question of faith. And that was a pretty good, really good documentary I saw like yesterday. It's on Amazon. So it speaks about, particularly about Black people, Black folks, and how we were the largest group worshipers, but at the same time, we're always at the bottom of the pole and everything. And it was pretty interesting. It was really interesting how when I saw it, you have to watch it. If you got Amazon Prime, go ahead and look at it. It's very interesting. It's um, people's like, they couldn't even really explain certain things that they do, but it was kind of like how dare you contradict, terms of if one of the things that was brought up was about the blood of Jesus. And boy, some people went ham when he questioned them, and it's just the blood of Jesus. It was, I'm like, I don't know. It's funny. It was really funny because I'm not saying I don't believe in God, because it wasn't about belief in gods. In one way or another, people believe in something. You know, People call God Jehovah, you know, Buddha. Everybody got some type of belief, you know. But it was quite interesting. That's all I can say. I probably do a watch party on that and watch it again. So if y'all interested in watching it, I think what I'll do is I will do a let me see what I want to call it. Not a movie night, because I don't want to do it during the weekday. I'm gonna do it like one of these days when I'm not so busy. I don't have to get up in the morning, and it's gonna be like maybe an hour, hour and a half. So we could watch it. We could watch certain things together if you're interested, and then we could discuss it. But because that's the only way how I could really discuss it. But anyway, but like I said, when I was working with these two women, mother daughter, these two white women, and they was talking about Wicca and the whole concept of it. It was really interesting. It really was. Because see, I think what it was is that they do have they had like an interest in what you call it, reading signs. And somehow or another, I was it kind of like asked me, what y'all doing, and then they kind of told me. But it's really not, it's not something evil and strange. And there's actually people who you know, that's what they are. They not, it's just Wicca. So, but anywho. All right, I'm back. Well, But it's very complex. That's all I know. That is very complex in regards to that. But because like what I was doing was I was looking like Google just to find out um about the history of witches, but it says it dates back before Christianity, but it still speaks about a lot of things that pulls up is really the typical things that you hear about, but not really. It's just so complex. That's all I know. It's very complex, but the way I was told and explained in a simple manner was that's the way it was explained. Now a lot of people have different interpretations and and opinions, I guess you could say, but truly it's not. Um, things has always been changed around and given opinions and written about it, but nothing is really factual and true. Not the true meaning. When you really think about, you know, um, like Christianity, there were so many different interpretations and viewpoints about it that you don't really know the true story. You don't really know what is factual. A lot of things been interpreted by man, even the Bible, you know, Old Testament, New Testament, and it's just a lot. It seems to be a very complex in what people believe. But nevertheless, all the same, you have to believe believe it yourself. Whatever how you wish to um, worship, believe, that's your opinion. That's your choice, and that is how you see the world. Everybody ain't gonna see it the same way. So, this thing turning water. So, anywho, what y'all up to? What y'all been doing? Y'all not saying anything. All right, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, and then if I got nothing to say, then I'm just gonna go. All right. So ain't nobody got nothing to say. You know, it's not easy doing videos when you do live stream, especially if no interaction in the chat. So, but anyway, all right. Well, y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later.